What comes to mind when you think about Scotland? Maybe it is the centuries-old castles famous for Scotch whisky and distilleries, tartan, or the allure of its mysterious locks that may hold the key to the famous Loch Ness Monster. Whatever images come to mind, Scotland's glorious heritage is rich in culture, continues to capture and romanticise the imagination of the world. The Scottish Highlands are situated to the north and west of the Highland boundary and are very mountainous. For over 100 years the Scottish Highlands have been a Gaelic-speaking area of Scotland, although Highland English is also spoken here. The city of Inverness is generally regarded to be the capital of the islands. The Scottish Highlands are rugged and beautiful. However, since they are so mountainous, the 250,000 people who live there are spread out quite sparsely in the area. The islands are also one of the best places to go for Scottish culture, since it is distinctly different from the rest of Scotland. The island communities have a much stronger sense of their inherited culture than the lowlands, and many islanders still speak the Gaelic language. There is so much to do in the Scottish Highlands. You can explore castles and visit museums, take a boat trip or a train ride. There are beautiful gardens and parks worth visiting, as well as the Whisky Trail. The famous Loch Ness is situated in the Highlands, and you will find ancient monuments which can be visited. If you'd like something more adventurous, you might try pony trekking, walking, cycling, kayaking and sailing. There is no end to the things that you can do in the Highlands, so you can be sure you'll thoroughly enjoy yourself when you get there. Largs is a traditional holiday resort on the west coast of Scotland. Located on the River Clyde, Largs has everything you would expect from a Scottish seaside resort, complete with Victorian promenade and ice cream parlours. It is a good base for exploring the many West Coast islands, including Cumbrae, which is just a mile offshore. The town is famed for the battle in 1263, when the Vikings attempted to land from a fleet of longboats. They were repulsed by an army of Alexander III. This Viking heritage is celebrated at Vikingar, a multimedia Viking-themed attraction, and at the annual Largs Viking Festival, held every year at the end of summer. The festival celebrates its heritage and the Battle of Largs, culminating in a grand Viking galley, burning and fireworks displays. There is a regular ferry service to the islands, and the famous Waverley paddle steamer makes regular trips from Largs during the summer months. The Isle of Seil in Argyll on the west coast of Scotland is 16 miles south of Oban, off the B844 road. You could argue whether Seil is an island or not, since it is connected with a bridge to the mainland. but for the sake of being complete, consider Seil as one of the Slate Islands, which it is. It is the only bridge over the Atlantic Ocean. An interesting detail of Seil is that the population remained on a constant level since the last 150 years, which differs a lot from the depopulation many other islands in the Inner Hebrides experience. Most people in Seil live in the northern part of the island. The southern part has been extensively quarried. Located in the centre of the island is the former slate mining village of Highland, which is a lovely small village with a restaurant and bar and beautiful views over the Firth of Lorne. We stayed on the car park at the Island Art Studio. Toilets are available when the shop is open, so is water. Unfortunately, there is no chemical disposal point, but there are clean public toilets on the quayside, which are only a 2-minute walk. There is a small folk museum next to the pub, which gives you an insight into what quarrying was like in the 1800s. There is also a mock-up of the inside of a quarryman's cottage. Nestling on the shores of Loch Broom, ideal for a family holiday or whether you're touring. This is where you would start your trip to Stornoway on the Outer Hebrides, leaving Ullapool. Why not book for a day trip using the boat and the bus and see some remarkable sights on the Isle of Lewis? Ullapool is the main town in the area, which is a vibrant fishing town with supermarkets, good restaurants, pubs and hotels serving fresh local produce. There are craft and woolen shops, pottery, salmon smokehouses and bookshops, Garages. It is the main car ferry terminal for Stornoway on the Isle of Lewis and the Hebrides. There are also a variety of boat trips available. Broomfield Holiday Park is set on the banks of Loch Broom in Ullapool, looking to the Summer Isles and the Hebrides. For anyone wishing to tour or camp in the islands of Scotland, Broomfield offers a well-maintained and serviced site. The campsite is only 2 minutes walk from the village front, and there are many bars, restaurants and shops along the site within easy reach. In the summer, there are boat trips to the Summer Isles and around Loch Broom, where you will see wildlife including seals, dolphins and birds. You can also arrange to go fishing. Ullapool has excellent local facilities, including a leisure centre and swimming pool, golf courses and tennis courts, tourist information, supermarkets, banks and a medical centre. Ardmere Point, located 3 miles north of Ullapool, is a peninsula in a sheltered sea loch, with a lovely curved pebble bay and the dramatic Benmore mountain ridge behind. The spectacular views looking out over the sea to the west past the Summer Isles to the Outer Hebrides, including beautiful sunsets. The touring caravan and camping park, with most of the pictures having spectacular views. The park has excellent facilities, including a small shop and a coffee shop. Durness is the most northwesterly community in mainland Britain and has an abundance of attractions for any kind of visitor. Smoo Cave. This is the largest sea cave in Britain and is accessed down a flight of stairs. The cave itself is floodlit, making it an accessible and impressive attraction all year round. Found on the cliff tops above award-winning beaches, Sango Sands Oasis campsite offers amazing sea views on the northwest tip of Scotland in the village of Durness. Adjacent to the campsite is Sango Sands Oasis restaurant and bar. Here you can find great food, a full bar with a range of Scotch whiskies, a local welcome and stunning views of the sea. Whales and seals, and often the occasional bottlenose dolphins, may cruise by as you take in the impressive views that keeps most of the visitors coming back every year.